Can you see a third-party candidate emerging and winning the White House?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I think we've got a good, strong two-party system.
All right, well, that's pretty clear. The vice president votes no on a third party. Kinky Friedman is running as a third-party candidate for governor of Texas. His take on the vice president's point of view. With us now, independent Texas gubernatorial candidate, Kinky Friedman. Kinky, not optimistic about third parties. So says the vice president. What do you say?
Well, you know, I was one of the people that defended him when he had his hunting accident there. You know, I said it was a fitting end to a long, distinguished military career. But I think the vice president's been wrong, Neil, on so many things. Obviously, Iraq. So I think he's probably wrong on this. It seems to me that, you know, I've defined the difference between a politician and a statesman, that a politician is thinking of the next election and a statesman is thinking about the next generation. And I think the people who seem to me to be statesman-like probably can't get nominated. And I'm not talking about myself. I think president is too hard. I'm working on the governorship of Texas.
But maybe, I think what his point was, Kinky, is that, you know, third parties do make a show of it for a while. And like you say, there have been cases where, particularly in Minnesota, a third-party candidate gets elected governor. But it's few and far between. On the national level, they make some inroads, they score some impressive gains, but then they fade. And that more likely is one of the two major parties is repudiated and replaced by another party than the emergence of a third or a fourth party. What do you think of that?
Well, do you think, Neil, that we're getting the best people we can get are the ones that are being nominated by the Crips and the Bloods, or not? I mean,
so that's your point,
like
right? So that third parties will open that spigot,
yeah,
right?
They would. I mean, if you look, you know, I like Rudy. I like John McCain. Is either one of them gonna get nominated?
So you think that in parties that, let's say, in the Republican Party, if they're rigidly conservative in the next election, or for that matter, the Democrats are rigidly liberal, then more moderate or those who appeal to a wider group are repudiated, they themselves run as third-party candidates and then open up the gates?
Sure. There's all kind of examples of countries that have multi-party systems that work very well. Israel and England are two of them. And I don't know what we're afraid of. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think this system is broken, and I think the parties are very arrogant, and I think in a way it doesn't give someone like George W. any leeway to actually change a policy in Iraq if he wanted to, because of this failed two-party system. I mean, it's got to worry about the political, you know.
Right. So in other words, each party is beholden to its special interests.
Sure,
so a third party comes along. But my question for you, Kinky, and you and I have raised this before, isn't the third party candidate eventually beholden to just as staunch interests?
Of course. Politics is the only field in which the more experience you have, the worse you get. Yeah, no question. We've got to get back to that George Washington idea of common sense and common honesty, and just serve for a short period of time and get the hell out of there. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We've got a chance in Texas now. I'm challenging all Texans. Take this. Everybody wants change. Everybody thinks the system is broken. Let's fix it. You want something really new and different? Vote. Vote. If we get a big turnout for this election, I'm going to be the governor. If it's a small one, then Rick Perry will hang on by his lightly varnished fingernails.
All right, so the Republican Rick Perry wins in a small turnout environment. You win if it's a large turnout. That the third parties typically do well when a lot of people vote? Yeah,
and I wouldn't pay any attention to that poll there, by the way.
Why?
Because there's been polls all over the map. We just got one yesterday from a Republican Insider poll where we're in second place now with 20 points. And all the unlikelies and all the young kids voting for the first time are ours. So if that turnout goes over 40%, Neil, I'm going to be the governor. If it's less, well, then I'll move to France with Barbara Streisand or something.
I can't see you in France, but I guess it's possible.
Really. Hey, I've got you a gift. I guess I'll leave it here for you. The Christmas Pig.
Oh, I was wondering.
It's my Christmas book about an autistic child.
You had promised.
Yeah, it's an autistic child, a pig, and a king. Yeah, it's coming out in a few weeks, but I'll leave one for you.
Kinky, I will leave that to another visit. Kinky Friedman, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
God bless you, Neil.
Meanwhile,